So are there any draftees that you are looking or excited to see in the draft pool or to play in the 2K League next season?
A couple guys that I'm excited to play against or excited just to see in the league in general. You got Crazy, who's probably going to go #1. No Love Czar. He's a guy that he's been playing for years. I'm excited just to play against him. Glow the Real, another guy, really good player. Time's finally up for.
Dressed in their finest, the Mavs as they came through the tunnel. And before we get...
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverly. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's George in at the 2. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward spot. Now, here's Doncic. Yep, that one goes in there. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you set, but I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. You know, if you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue.
Now here's Leonard, providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. And here they come. Right side, Porzingis. Batum against Richardson. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. George looking around and stolen by Richardson. Fast break, Dallas. Porzingis has got the ball. Dallas moving the ball around. On the top of the key, and the shot is long. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Now Richardson is coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Now here's Richardson. Porzingis finds Doncic. 5 to shoot. Kicks it out to Richardson. Shoots from the line. And that one hits back iron.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And he's such a polished shooter. You can't give Doncic these kinds of opportunities, or he's going to burn you.
And George, here we go. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They finally hit one after missing 3 straight.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Porzingis is doubled. Richardson gets a wide open look. Buries it from 3-point range.
Though Richardson's improved his ball handling, he's still more comfortable in catch and shoot.
To the paint, here's Ibaka. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here's Doncic. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. It's tipped. Here's Richardson. The rebound by Ibaka.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
A shot by Batum, no good. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. For the 3. The shot misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Ibaka, the pass to Batum. Back to Ibaka. Pass to Batum. George against Kleba. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist by George.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Doncic passes to Kleba. It's Richardson on the wing. Doncic outside. Rebound by the Clippers. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
It's a catch-22. You want your guys attacking, playing with a sense of freedom, but not if it means a bunch of turnovers.
Kleba kicks to Doncic. Goes up to the stripe. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Doncic has got 6.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Johnson comes in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And here's Brunson. An 11-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
It's a tie game in Dallas. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Reason why, excellent spacing. They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
Jalen Brunson out there with Hardaway. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Doncic. And it's Powell in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Hardaway up top. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Williams dishes to Morris. Back to Williams. It's stolen by Johnson. They're running. Here's Doncic. Got it. Good job in the low post. Doncic has got 8 points.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Hardaway for 3. No good on that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. It's stolen by Johnson. Now here's Hardaway. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Doncic finds Hardaway. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against Oklahoma City.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
But hey, a win is a win. Sometimes you're not going to play your best, so you have to just gut it out, right?
4 on the clock. Hardaway with a wide open look. That doesn't go either for Hardaway. Here now the Clippers. The kick out to Williams. Outside Jackson. Back to Williams. Powell with the steal. Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Hardaway. He hits it from 9. The Clippers trail. Drops in the layup for 2. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes,
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Jackson against Hardaway. For 3. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Outside Williams. Pass to Zubac. 1:06 left now here in the second. Knocked loose. Camp it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Lou Williams.
Despite having a small frame, this is a big part of Lou Williams' game, taking it up strong inside.
Runs in the pass to Powell. 3-pointer. Morris with the rebound. Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Tries to save it. Zubac in the post. He's guarded by Johnson. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Brunson with a clean look. Here's Powell. Kicks it out to Johnson. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. Doncic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs. Williams looking around. Down low. Here's Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in. Jackson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And give Sweet Lou credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
Got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And some good act.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, Kent, the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverley is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
The 3 for Doncic. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The pass to George. Pass break, Dallas. Here's Doncic. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
Richardson kicks to Doncic. Back to Richardson from downtown. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Dallas moving it around. Finney Smith passes to Kleba. He dishes it to Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot from about 19 feet. The putback, Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
George passes to Ibaka. Count that bucket. Ibaka's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Pass to Kleba. In the corner, it's Richardson. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. The Clippers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Ibaka. Leonard against Porzingis. Leonard kicks to Beverly. The dish to Ibaka. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Back to Richardson. Kleba, the pass to Doncic. Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the layup. Doncic has got 13 points.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there.
Beverly dishes to Batum. Mavericks with the rebound. Doncic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Richardson finds Kleba. Paul George with the steal. Inside. Now the Clippers moving it up. They grab their own miss. Outside for Batum. Back to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Here's Batum. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Some room here for Richardson. Great positioning on the putback. And it's a tie ball game.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. Outside for George. Back to Ibaka. Dishes it to George. Back to Ibaka. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. For the lead, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time, costly.
Williams up on top. Brunson covering. Williams passes to George. Morris kicks to Williams. Pass to Leonard. Here's George. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Cauley Stein is out there with Powell. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Brunson in at the point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Just 5 on the clock. Zubac's with it. And George, here we go. And it's good for 2.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Trailing by 2. They host the Spurs after this one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
With great length for his position, Josh Richardson rising above and knocking down that mid-range jumper.
Williams passes to Zubats. He kicks to George. Passes to Morris. Now Zubats. It's hauled in by Richardson. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Runs in the pass to Hardaway. Sinks the three-pointer. And it's a three-point Dallas lead.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
In the corner, it's Morris. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Williams passes to Zubats. Leonard with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The homecoming for Paul George. Playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
James Johnson checked in for Dwight Powell.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Clippers trail by 3. Morris into the lane. Johnson with the block.
Sneaky shot blocker. James Johnson is not the biggest guy, but he has the reach to do it.
Rising to the occasion, he found a way to get himself open and get his shot.
Working the mid-range, but you would think the defense would be keen on him.
Hardaway, no good. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. A nice shot by George.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Richardson the pass to Cauley-Stein. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Richardson dishes to Johnson. Back to Richardson. Over Morris. And there's Richardson on the assist by Johnson. Richardson's got 4 points this quarter.
He did not waver on his decision-making. Josh with the opportunity down the stretch.
Hardaway with the steal. Fast break, Dallas up the floor. Brunson, good. And now a 3-point Dallas lead.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Leonard kicks to George. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Back to Zubats. And there's the pass to Williams. Got a piece of it. Mavericks leading by 3. Outside Hardaway. Here's Richardson. The feed to Cauley-Stein. It's in!
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
Game on the line. You need a guy who's willing to step up and deliver that sweet loot.
Richardson outside. Pass to Brunson. Yes!
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
We've got 33 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Johnson finds Cauley-Stein. Richardson outside. On the wing, Hardaway. The three-pointer, no good.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate foul no matter who catches the ball.
Here's Williams. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
It's the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Leonard with the steal. Misses. So a close game sees Dallas taking this. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg.
top plays of the week. Let's see what's blooming in these fresh cut play bouquets. Our first play is from Machiavelli 1020 in the Rec. Don't be intimidated into quitting when your team is down.
Up next, the Lakers. Welcome, everyone, to Noche and Beyond. Let's see some of the numbers here for Paul George.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
And the Clippers starting 5. We've got Ibaka. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the point. Ball's knocked loose. Now the Clippers moving it up. George passes to Batum. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Here's Beverley following the basket by Marc Gasol. And Batum kicks to Beverley. Back to Batum. It's stolen by Morris. And it's the Lakers on the break. Floats it up for James. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Now that looked easy. 2 of the easier points for LeBron James in this ball game.
Schroeder against George. Left side, Ibaka. Back to George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. To the paint. 5 on the clock. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Beverley.
I just feel like Patrick Beverley has incredible awareness for every second that he plays on the floor. Spots the wide open man, gets it to him.
Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 28-point game against Sacramento. Here's James. Batum with the steal. From 7. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Now, Beverley has strength to go along with a tremendous amount of quickness and a nice job on the break that time.
Back to Schroeder. Floats it up for James. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now here is Ibaka. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. James finds Gasol. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Batum dishes to George. And George with this stuff.
Yeah, I'd be aware of Paul George, especially when he's that close. How about that throwdown?
Schroeder outside. Over Beverley. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Beverley, the pass to Ibaka. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
One of the best free throw shooting bigs in the league. But that wasn't always the case for Ibaka. He has put in a ton of work.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's LeBron. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Harrell controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Outside Williams, pass to Kennard. Rebound by Harrell. The Lakers in the lead. Passes it to Caruso. Floats it up there for Harrell. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Montrezl Harrell with a throwdown that gets his teammates up.
Williams looking over the floor. Ibaka. Good. And it's 6 points for Serge Ibaka.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
16 seconds left in the first. Here's Caruso. He's guarded by Williams. Pass to Horton Tucker. To the inside. And LeBron throws it down.
Well, you got to try to keep LeBron away from the post as much as possible. That time, too deep, turns around, and gets the dunk.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Lakers lead by... Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle Kuzma spoke to us.
The biggest area of growth would definitely be on the defensive end and my play.
Now, having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Williams at the one. Here's Jackson. Kennard on the wing. Covered by LeBron. Williams passes to Kennard. And stolen by Harrell. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. That's in, and that's his fourth basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Outside Williams to the middle. It's intercepted. James in the post. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today, but you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, ouch. A different look for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris. Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Paul George in for Lou Williams.
Well, Paul George concentrating through the contact and making sure he had a shooting window open.
James outside. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to LeBron. Back to Caldwell Pope. Puts up a 3. That one no good. and the Clippers will come the other way. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win it.
No doubt that's what made the difference. The aggression they showed, attacking, drawing contact. It got them points at the line and made foul trouble a big concern on the other side.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
It's stolen by Schroeder. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Leonard with the steal. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
The Lakers making a switch here. Horton Tucker's checked in. The Clippers also changing it up. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the half. Schroeder kicks to Caldwell Pope. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes it from 10.
And his struggles continue. Just still scoreless and just can't seem to take the lid off. You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
George against Caldwell Pope. George passes to Ibaka. Down low, Gasol with the steal. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Schroeder. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 4. To the paint, here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the 10.
And here's Schroeder. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Nails the 16-footer. Schroeder's got the lead up to 4 now for the Lakers.
And Schroeder continuing to build his confidence, shooting the ball from the perimeter. I'd like to see him square up and sink those J's.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. And LeBron now late in his... And that'll about do it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at James, what a contribution.
Oof. That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Schroeder kicks to Caldwell Pope. No good with the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Leonard with the bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
The Lakers trail. Here's James. He's got 11. The rebound by Ibaka. Clipper shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable. Outside for Batum. George dishes to Ibaka. Rejected by Gasol. Shooter passes to James. Beverly against Schroeder. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Morris. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Ibaka dishes to Batum. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. The drive by James. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
That's not a pretty thing. LeBron James driving right at you, full speed, and when he gets into the lane and towards the rim, he's going to make contact.
And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Reggie Jackson's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Williams attacking. Zubac. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Zubac has got his first points in this one.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Lakers trail by 4. Loads it up there for Harrell. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Williams inside. Out of bounds. The Lakers will take possession. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Morris into the lane. And that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got his second basket of the night.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
On the wing, James. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. The shot that time not on target.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for LeBron.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Williams in the post. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Inside, and stolen by Harrell. To the inside. Here's Schroeder. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Schroeder. He's explosive, and he's good at finding his way to the line because he uses that quickness well.
Morris is checked in for the Lakers. The Clippers also changing it up. Ibaka comes in for Leonard, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Luke Kennard. Williams passes to Beverly. Back to Williams. And stolen by Harrell. And it's the Lakers on the break. the pass to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And stolen by Harrell. Kuzma, right side. And Morris throws it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. That one falls.
Well, you deserve that kind of treatment if you're going to get up when Lou Williams like that. Terrific at getting to the rack.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Lakers on top, leading. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Paul George is out there with Batum, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A 2-point game. Trying to get open is Ibaka, and George with the stuff.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. To the paint, and there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by LeBron. And the Lakers lead by 2.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's George. Outside, Batum. Back to George. Inside. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Nobody near Schroeder. And another basket for the Lakers.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Williams dishes to Ibaka. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And one on Caldwell Pope.
So difficult to defend Ibaka inside. The length, the improved strength, and he's one of those bigs who doesn't mind going to the line.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
They get the rebound, and George kicks to Leonard. That one a little long.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Clippers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Beverly. Down low. It's stolen by Morris. And LeBron throws it down hard.
Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
In the corner, Ibaka with it. Back to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Ties it up with that one. You know, he's such a smart scorer. He doesn't force anything, lets the opportunities come to him.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And there you go, a confident scorer. KCP coming up big when they need it.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. Kicks it out to Leonard. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives for the big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
LeBron passes to Gasol. And Gasol slams it in.
That's a polished veteran who has just about seen it all. Gasol's able to keep his composure in these big moments.
And it's Leonard missing.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Leonard with the bucket.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket? For this team, more and more, it's Kawhi.
Caldwell Pope pass to Gasol. LeBron James on the wing. Morris kicks to James. And a little luck that time, but it drops. James has got 19 points.
Look, give LeBron the ball and get out of the way. LBJ again.
Ibaka, the pass to Beverly. To the left wing. Back to Leonard. On the wing, Batum. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Up again. Rebound the Lakers. Now Gasol. He dishes it to Schroeder. Pulls up. High post. It counts.
Nice to see a young player like Schroeder step up, show some confidence, and get a huge basket for his ball club. Energizes the entire team.
Beverly for three. Morris with the rebound. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
LeBron passes to Gasol. Kicks it out to LeBron. Morris outside. Lakers passing it around. James finds Caldwell Pope, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Passes it to Beverly. George way outside. And the Clippers miss again.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
Well, that's all we have for this week, and remember, there's always more on social.
We're at NBA 2K_2K TV.
Thanks for watching, and enjoy some 2K.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation. And let's take a look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Paul George.
Here we go. And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Enes Kanter, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Kicks it out to Jones. Three-pointer, Lillard. The putback, and Kanter able to finish.
I love that Kanter will pursue rebounds out of his area. This guy's such a powerful player who's willing to exert his will.
Now, here is Ibaka. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Beverley, the pass to Ibaka. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle, George finds Beverley. Shots good by Ibaka. Greg, the 2 words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple of things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
You bring up some great points. And here's Beverley. After Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And Kanter able to finish. Kanter's got his second basket of the game.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Beverley with the ball. Now Covington defending. Batum passes to Leonard. Here's Ibaka, and Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lillard finds Kanter. Back to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Outside for Batum. Down low, poked away. George passes to Ibaka. And no good. Good D by Covington. Portland leading by 3. All going up court. Lillard looking around. Great D that time from Leonard.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Covington against Batum. On the wing, George. To the inside. Clippers moving the ball around. Ibaka. It's good on the putback.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Drops in the tray. Lillard's got 6.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league. And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Lillard, the pass to Kanter. Here's Trent. Another shot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Well, to me, guys, you've got to know who you are. And Enes Kanter has a great sense of what he does well. Excellent low post game, superb rebounder, understands how to use his body. I love this guy.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The Clippers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And here is Williams. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Wizards in Washington. Rebound by the Trailblazers. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, they took advantage of some porous defense in that one. Really got the shots they wanted.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that.
Kanter's shot is off. It'll count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers lead by 2. We've got more in store for you right after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Williams is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Morris in at the power forward.
You think about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played for a fifth of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, but certainly he's found his niche here.
Now here's Hood. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Simons, the pass to Carmelo, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
You know, great scorers just have that knack. Get inside, it's either a bucket or a trip to the free throw line.
Well, Doris, in the past, some regarded Lou Williams as a lackluster defender. Didn't want to lift weights. Had kind of an interesting reputation. He bounced around the league, as we know, quite a bit. He's played for a lot of different teams.
Right. I mean, think about his early association with Allen Iverson, the great Allen Iverson. He's succeeded on his own terms, right? Both of them comfortable in their own skin, able to do some amazing things on the court.
Williams finds Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Well, the threat to score is real when Lou Williams has the ball, but he uses that to set up his passing game.
And Kanter now top the key, knocked away. Stolen by Jackson. Morris right side. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play. He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Picked him clean. And now Portland on the break. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington comes in for Kanter. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Jones. Williams against Lillard. Williams kicks to Zubac. Right side Jackson. And the dunk by Zubac.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Lillard from deep three-point land. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
You know, their energy kicked in down the stretch, but too many mistakes overall. Just was not their night.
Here's Lillard. The Clippers getting the bucket. Nice open look, but it's no good.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since. While we love his ability to attack the rim, he just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Anthony kicks to Lillard. Here's Simons. That shot off, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Jackson. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers, and stolen by Williams. Kennard with the ball. Now Covington defending. Jackson from long range. The kick out to Williams. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kennard the pass to Zubac, and they take the lead. Zubac has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Lillard attacking. Gets that one to drop. A rare make, bumping him up to 3 for 10. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. And he gets the bucket. And it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
How about Lou Williams playing through the contact? Nicely done.
Lillard dishes to Covington. The 3. And it's Damian Lillard with the 3. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
He nailed 2 from distance in the opening period. Now gets this one.
In the corner, Kennard with it. Wants to get it to Zubac. And does. Dishes it to Williams. Back to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Anthony. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Simons. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Simons has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
It's good. And the Clippers lead by 1. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Here's Covington. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams. And that'll do it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Robert Covington out there with Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Trent in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Here's the pass to Kanter. Right wing, Lillard from outside. A second chance effort. Kanter kicks to Lillard. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Patrick Beverley's checked in for Zubac. The Clippers trail. George looking around. Pass to Batum. Here's Beverley. Pass to Leonard. 6 to shoot. An easy 2 points on the layup. Leonard's got his first points of the night. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league. Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Trailblazers have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Now here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Bucket is good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's Trent. He kicks it to Cantor. Passes it to Trent. Three-pointer, Lillard. Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 18 points.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here is George. T right on him. Ibaka, the pass to George. Batum against Anthony. Batum attacking. And the jam by Nicholas Batum. And not even three-quarters out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Lillard banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 22 points.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Here's Beverly. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. On the wing, George. To the paint. Cuts off the pass. 4-on-3 break. That's tipped. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Morris is checked in for Batum. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Williams dishes to Ibaka. It's Williams with the drive. Morris against Anthony. Morris passes to Ibaka. That one drops for him. And that's 13 points for Serge Ibaka.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Williams against Lillard. Launches it. But they'll get another chance. Anthony on the wing. 5 on the clock. And Lillard kicks to Cantor. Second shot opportunity. And it's Lillard missing. For Los Angeles, they've gotten every shot to drop since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Oh!
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night.
Here's Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Lillard the pass to Simons. Launches a 3. Again the miss by Lillard. Ibaka goes in, and Ibaka slams it in.
Well, Serge Ibaka clearly feeling it on the offensive end, and he's worked hard to expand his game.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. And that one released in time, but no good. Serge Ibaka, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, we've got Williams. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. Here's Anthony, and the rejection by Zubac. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 3, and here we go with Morris, running it up the court. That one goes in.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And here are the Trailblazers now. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Simons the pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Lillard's checked in for Portland. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly comes in for Williams.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half, 5 overall.
It's George on the wing, covered by Anthony. And now Portland on the break. Here's Lillard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And it's tied up with that one.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line. And boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Now Beverly. Here's Zubac. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
George against Lillard. The jump hook. Here's Cantor. Lillard against George. And Lillard kicks to Covington. The second chance effort. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Lillard outside. The pass to Simons. From past the arc. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Damian Lillard.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Los Angeles making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. Trent passes to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Cantor. A miss that time. Would have put him up. The Clippers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Cast right. Wow, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
Here's Lillard. The putback. Los Angeles leading by 3. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Here's Ibaka. And he banks in the layup. Ibaka's got 19 points.
How about the experience that Ibaka brings? He's able to be comfortable in any situation.
Pass to Jones. Over to the wing. Lillard from outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 35.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Beverly dishes to Batum. Covington kicks to Cantor. Jones the pass to Cantor. It drops. A huge shot to tie it up.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Beverly dishes to Ibaka.
Don't you just love the gritty nature of Ibaka's game? This guy easily draws contact thanks to his aggressiveness.
He sinks the clutch free throw. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lillard the pass to Cantor. And no good, trying to use the glass. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And that tacks another big point onto the lead. Great N1 play showing us now a little bit of that killer instinct.
Why, Enes Kanter's willingness to be the guy to take over in a critical stretch, so impressive.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
A three and nothing but a three will do here.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from three.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Doris.
Yo, I'm the 2K MC, here to tell you about the upcoming events in the neighborhood. This weekend, you'll have 4 chances to participate in boot camp. Limited to my players with a 75 overall or lower. This is the place to get some basic training in. Plus, you can earn some sweet prizes. On Wednesday,
the Dallas Mavericks arriving at the building earlier today. The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark. So a moment now, and with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off.
Good evening, Kevin.
Well, last season...
What a story. David, thank you. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles, Batuma's out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1. Here's Porzingis, the fast break chance. Poked away. Leonard with the steal. Ibaka, the pass to Beverly. And it's blocked. And he gets it back. And Ibaka kicks to George. Snatched away. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. Shoots over Batum. The step back jumper is good.
Nice work there from Doncic. Saw an opportunity to cash in and didn't let it go awry.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Richardson up top, playing Oklahoma City. He was nearly unstoppable. Got it from 16 feet.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Finney Smith can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots. Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Beverly, the pass to Batum. That shot is off. Nice D from Porzingis. Richardson finds Doncic.
Boy, Doncic plays with such an edge and attitude, and I think it endears him to his teammates and gives them confidence.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Doncic. A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Johnson, he's checked in for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Williams with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. And Morris throws it down.
Don't sleep on Williams's ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
Doncic dishes to Johnson. From the high post. Up again. Porzingis on the follow.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Now, here's Zubac. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
So it's the Mavericks now after the basket by Los Angeles. That's tipped and stolen by Williams. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. George with the ball. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. Zubac kicks to Williams. Shot clock at 3. Here's George. It's deflected.
Richardson showing you his defensive anticipation there with the block shot.
Inside. Here's Doncic. Good work defensively by Morris.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here is Hardaway. He's coming off a 19-point game against Oklahoma City.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
Here's Williams, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Williams passes to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. That shot, no good. Nice D from Porzingis. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Johnson kicks to Hardaway. Porzingis looking it over. For three. It's hauled in by Zubac. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Leonard. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. His three-pointers off the mark. Tie game in Los Angeles. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Porzingis, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Finney-Smith in at the three. Here's Jackson following the score by Dallas. To the inside. Ibaka dishes to Jackson. Outside for Batum. Down low. Here's Ibaka. That one misses. And it's Dallas the other way. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
And you know what? Even though it was a frustrating night shooting the ball, they found a way to get it done and pulled it out. And a win's a win, and that ultimately is all that matters.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Kennard finds Morris. Jackson with it. Kennard on the wing. Back to Jackson. Pass to Kennard. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. Then for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Maxi Kleber in for Dwight Powell. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And, you know, Batum certainly has the ability to score inside.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Now, here's Kleber. No points in the game yet for him. Thompson with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. The shot by Kleber, wide open, and that one no good to start him off on the night. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Beyond the arc. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in, and Dallas with a change here too. Johnson's checked in. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite too, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
And here is Williams after Luka Doncic hitting the three. Williams passes to Leonard. The pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. The Mavericks leading. Doncic outside. Brunson against Williams. Pass to Doncic. Clock at 6. And Dallas again with the bucket.
He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
It's George on the wing. Pass to Zubac. Puts it up from 15. And that one goes long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The three for Doncic. Rebound by the Clippers. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, they seem to be forcing things out there, trying too hard, pressing. When you do that, the turnovers pile up quickly.
Richardson the pass to Cauley Stein. Stolen by Beverly. Got it off in time. Doesn't go that time. And a close game so far. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that's a wrap for our half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for the Clippers right now, Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Ibaka in at the center, locking down the middle.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here's Kleba. Richardson gets a wide open look. And the three off target.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Now, here's Doncic. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Good on the three-point shot. Doncic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs.
Boy, the take charge mentality of Doncic on display there. The quick fire approach demonstrates his confidence. There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
And here are the Mavericks now after the Clippers pick up 2. Back to Doncic. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. George dishes to Ibaka. Outside for George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got his first 2 points.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
In the corner, it's Kleba. Here's Doncic. He's got 16. Pass to Finney-Smith. Al Richardson. Second shot opportunity, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Well, being effective in the pick and roll requires that you read the defense, and Richardson did a good job there.
Back to Leonard. Porzingis with the steal. Here's the break. Ahead. Doncic passes to Richardson. Dallas moving it around. Here's Kleba. Off target with his 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. Williams passes to Zubac. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Now here's Williams. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Kennard's shot is off. Johnson, the pass to Doncic. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
That's exactly how you win a rebound battle. Get good position and then use your strength to hold on to that position.
And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
On the wing, Hardaway. Back to Doncic. On the wing, Doncic. Dallas again missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Brunson up top. He's guarded by Williams. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. And that's 18 points for Luka Doncic.
Boy, Luka Doncic, such an all-around skill set. I mean, the defense having a real hard time containing him tonight.
Zubac, and it's blocked. Now the pass to Powell. A shake. And he lays it up and in. Now it's a 3-point Maverick lead.
Oh, you got to love seeing Powell attack. I mean, an agile big guy who gets it to the cup in a hurry.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's Dallas. They lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here. with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Hardaway is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Doncic in its small forward. Morris, no good. Mavericks leading by 3. Cauley-Stein finds Doncic. Back to Cauley-Stein. To the paint. Doncic outside. On the money with the open jumper. Doncic has got 9 points here in the second half.
I love the offensive execution on that possession.
Williams dishes to Ibaka. Back to Williams. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. Zubac trying to break loose. Ibaka, no luck. The Mavericks shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Doncic kicks to Brunson. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Hardaway up top. And here's Doncic from the arc.
Come on.
Passes to Brunson. Fires the 3. Now here's Cauley-Stein. Hardaway with a wide open look. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Mavericks leading by 5. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Doncic with it. Over George. That doesn't go either for Doncic. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
On the wing, Doncic. The pass to Brunson. Back to Doncic. Just 4 to shoot. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Powell, the pass to Brunson.
Really good job on the inside that time. I mean, he had to work for that rebound, and he got it done.
In the corner, it's Morris. Pass to Zubac. Out to Morris. Back to Zubac. To the middle. Morris, no good. Dallas has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Hardaway finds Doncic. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Batum comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. And then for Dallas, Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Luka Doncic. And it's Richardson in for Jalen Brunson. Mavericks leading by 5. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Hardaway for 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers have gone 0-6 in the fourth quarter. Disastrous start to the period. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, one of the things Paul George, PG, has done is improve his ball handling, and as a result, defenders are nervous when he's handling the ball and getting up into a shot.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Morris, and then for Dallas. Porzingis is coming in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and Luka Doncic subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Richardson dishes to Doncic. Some room here for Richardson. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
What a big shot from Richardson there. Fearless.
Batum against Kleber. Now, here's Zubac. Beverley, the pass to Batum. No good from Zubac. The Mavericks leading. Doncic outside. Passes it to Kleber. The tray. It's rebounded by Leonard. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice to system.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Now here's Leonard. And here's George for three. Porzingis with the rebound. Finney-Smith kicks to Richardson. Pass to Kleba. Over in the corner, Doncic. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Doncic has got the lead up to 8 now for Dallas.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kleba finds Porzingis. From outside the arc. No good that time. And so it's Dallas winning this one. This was a... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's... Our cameras caught the Clippers arriving at their building and coming through the tunnel with a lot of style and confidence. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Paul George.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers, and Gasol sends it back. 5 to shoot. Leonard attacking Ibaka. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And not entering the league as a natural catch-and-shoot guy, Ibaka certainly has developed this part of his game.
James outside. The dish to Schroeder. Leonard against LeBron. Pass to Gasol. Out to Morris. Batum with the steal. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And it's pretty clear that Adam Silver would like to implement, Chris, a mid-season tournament. What do you think would motivate teams for something like that?
Man, it depends. It could be money, or it can make the games count extra, or different seeding or position of seeding in the playoffs. These days, I guess it wouldn't hurt to try.
Here's Batum. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
That's just years of experience coming into play. Batum's aggressiveness and basketball savvy, I mean, it puts defenders in difficult spots.
13 feet away. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by Schroeder.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Ibaka dishes to Beverly. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And the dunk by James.
Oh, and the long arms of Caldwell Pope are so dangerous on defense. He is so good at making his man feel uncomfortable, which in turn earns him a ton of steals.
Beverly with the ball. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. George passes to Ibaka. Good D by Gasol.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
To the inside. Stolen by Beverly. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
James looking it over. Shoots over Leonard. James, no good. Clippers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Batum finds Ibaka. Back to Batum. No one near him. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Batum's got his second basket of the night. Schroeder outside. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Schroeder kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Schroeder. Over Williams. And again, no good by the Lakers.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump.
He gets that one.
It's Kennard's ability to create that sets him apart. I mean, he gets inside and finds himself a shot.
Lakers trail by 8. Here's Schroeder. Last game he had 28 points. Inside, Gasol. No good again that time.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
It's stolen by Schroeder. Fast break, the Lakers. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And Caldwell Pope just knows how to run correctly in transition. He runs wide outside those hashes. He sees lanes and angles so well out there.
My goodness, I didn't think they could top that last dunk, but it only took them a couple seconds.
Not much defense, Greg, on those last few possessions, but does anyone mind?
Not at all.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
And this is why you got to put a body on Gasol. Great size and anticipation on the glass.
And here is Williams. Down low, Zubats. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Clippers on top. They're up by 8. And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his...
The way he plays defensively, you know what he stands.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019. Largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former Defensive Players of the Year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers. Giles?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Kyle Kuzma is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Caruso in at the point.
Well, in high school, Kennard was named Ohio's Mr. Basketball twice. Only a handful of guys have done that, and almost all of them went on to become NBA greats.
LeBron, he's checked in for Caldwell-Pope. James outside. Over Jackson. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from James.
Oh, that's just amazing control from James right there. A superb ball handler for a guy his size.
Williams double team. Zubats the pass to Williams. Back to Zubats. To the middle. Here's Jackson, and it's blocked. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it.
I love the way James moves in transition. He's relentless and determined.
Clippers leading by 6. Williams looking over the floor. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Morris. Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Kuzma with it. Leonard picks him up. Kuzma passes to Horton Tucker. Back to Kuzma. And there's the pass to Caruso. Leonard with the steal. And here we go with Batum heading to the hoop. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, when Batum spots a wide-open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 8-point game. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Well, he doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Outside Jackson. Passes it to Ibaka. No good that time. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Well, how often do we hear it? You know, you got to take care of the basketball. I mean, they got to be much more disciplined tonight.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Nobody near Schroeder. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Jackson dishes to Batum. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Lakers trail by 4. Here's James. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. Back to Jackson. He dishes it to Ibaka. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on LeBron James.
And back in 08, Ibaka became the first player ever from the Republic of Congo to be drafted in the NBA.
A different look for the Clippers. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Georgia subbed in for Jackson. The Lakers also changing it up. Gasol comes in for LeBron. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Alex Caruso. Here's Schroeder. Here's Gasol. A beautiful reverse layup. Gasol's got 6.
Using that big body. I mean, Gasol able to absorb contact. That's what you want from your big man.
Beverly dishes to Morris. Back to Beverly. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Lakers trail by 4. Schroeder outside. Kicks it to Gasol. Caldwell-Pope with it. Leonard picks him up. Caldwell-Pope passes to Gasol. Over Morris. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, and sometimes it just comes down to a couple of critical plays which you need to execute in close, ugly games.
Beverly against Schroeder. And there's Ibaka. That's good on the assist by Beverly. 8 points for him.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Schroeder, left side. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Clippers lead. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. From the get-go, it was the Clippers who came out strong. An exceptional game plan helped them open with a 12-4 run. Thanks for joining us, folks.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at James, what a contribution.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Ibaka is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's his first foul. LeBron against Leonard. Dishes it to Beverly. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
James outside. The feed to Gasol. Pass to Schroeder. Lakers working the ball around now. Gasol kicks to LeBron. They get it back, and no good that time. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. LeBron right side, fires from the corner. The Clippers grab the miss.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Schroeder outside, inside, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Paul George. And the Lakers also making a change. Caruso's checked in. LeBron outside. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
I'd like to say I'm blown away, but honestly, with LeBron, a game like this, it's just par for the course.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
James against Kennard. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from LeBron.
Oh, he's just super efficient when he's close to the rim. James is like a master at knowing which way to take it.
And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Reggie Jackson. And the Lakers also making a change. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Marc Gasol. On the wing, James. 1:57 left to play in the third. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Lakers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Off the inbound pass, and James throws it down.
Oh, come on. You can't allow James to get positioned down low. Once he does, he's looking to dunk it.
George looking around. 1:37 left in the third quarter of the game. Just 5 to shoot. Platoon passes to Williams. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
That's an unforced error that will drive a coach crazy. You got to play heads up out there.
And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 3. Pass to Horton Tucker. Paul George with the steal. The finish. Drops in the breakaway layup. George has got his 2nd bucket.
A perennial all-defensive pick. George's quick hands create a lot of transition opportunities.
LeBron outside. Kuzma left side. Back to James. Harrell trying to free himself up. Out to Kuzma. The pass to Horton Tucker. James against Batum. Shot clock at 5. Caruso, the pass to LeBron. Shoots over Batum. And 3 chances on that possession. But they just couldn't find a way to score. And stolen by LeBron. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And then for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for LeBron. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. Williams passes to Zubac. Back to Williams. Clippers moving the ball around. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Zubac trying to break loose. Williams gets the bucket.
And just a fluid offensive talent with really a knack for getting to his spots. Williams so hard to keep up with.
Caldwell Pope dishes to Harrell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And both free throws good for Harrell. Now here's Beverly from deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we've reached the end of the third. The Clippers on top. They're up by 5. And don't go away. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Markieff Morris is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And it's Schroeder in at the 1.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
George finds Morris. Now Ibaka. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Morris passes to Leonard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Lakers with some changes. Marc Gasol's checked in for Harrell. And LeBron subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. Now Schroeder passes it to Caldwell Pope. Leonard against James. Back to Caldwell Pope. From outside, off the mark.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
And he makes that one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
LeBron James on the wing. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. That shot misses. Clippers leading by 9. Morris dishes to Leonard. It's stolen by Morris. Now the Lakers on the break. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Gasol refuses to be held down on the way up.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Free throw good, Gasol. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
George passes to Ibaka. A rebound by the Lakers. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game. Stolen by Beverly. Now the Clippers moving it up. Batum's running. He feeds it to Ibaka. Outside for Batum. The dish now to Beverly. Back to Batum. It's stolen by Schroeder. James against Batum. LeBron with it. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Leonard. So it's the Lakers now. LeBron against George. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Back to LeBron. Over George. And again, the Lakers no good. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. There's the triple. Pass to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. Shot clock at 2. Here's Beverly. That one a little long. Lakers trail by 6. Floats it up for James. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Love the attitude of James. When it's an important moment, he demands the rock and delivers.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. To the paint. It's deflected and stolen by LeBron. Finished off the break. Now just a 2-point Clipper lead.
Look at Morris break down the defense on this play. If they leave one of his guys open, he's going to get it to him fast.
Beverly dishes to Batum. Out to Ibaka. Pass to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. George passes to Ibaka. That ball's nice feed that time from George.
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
Schroeder outside. Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
Ibaka, the pass to George. And yes, it's good. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
James against Leonard. It's stolen by Ibaka. Leonard, the pass to George. He doesn't hit that one. And the miss. So the Clippers with the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
This year, the All-Star.
The Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles. And we've got
Kevin, thanks. Start.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Paul George.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. They've got Enes Kanter, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Batum in at the 4 slot. Now here's Beverley outside for Batum. Back to Beverley. Dishes it to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverley. That's a terrific pass.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. Still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Now, here's George. A defense. Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one. Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. It's good from long range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
To the inside, and Ibaka slams it in.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Trent passes to Cantor. Portland moving the ball around. Three-pointer, Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
A shot by Batum, no good. Portland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Lillard, the pass to Jones. Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man, and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Now, here is George. Passes it to Beverley. Outside for Batum. Outside, George. And Cantor pulls it down.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
An open look for Lillard, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. His teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Here's Covington, following the basket by Nicholas Batum. 1:27 left in the first quarter. And the dunk by Covington.
If the keys to your offense are in Lillard's hands, you're going to be in pretty good shape. Check out how well he runs the pick and roll there. That's just a perfect way to play.
2 points. That one goes. Ibaka's got 6 points. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
Beverley feeling it out a bit. Outside Leonard. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Trent passes to Cantor. Down low. Kicks it out to Lillard. No good from outside. The Clippers trail. There's the pass to Beverley. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
I like seeing Patrick Beverley attack the interior. Sometimes he becomes too perimeter-oriented.
Lillard left side. The shot's good from Cantor. Outside, George. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. He got into double digits. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals with the...
I look to the times where things are...
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
We've got Marcus Morris. Jackson is out there with Williams. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. In the corner, it's Morris. Pass to Zubac, stolen by Cantor. Now Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Out to Morris. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And Morris drops them both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Lillard again missing. And here is Los Angeles now, trailing by 2. Kennard kicks to Zubac. Inside, Williams. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Despite having a small frame, this is a big part of Lou Williams' game. Taking it up strong inside.
Here's Lillard. Shoots over Zubac. Here's Simons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Can't hit from in close.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Good on the bucket, and the Clippers lead by 2.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson, staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Here's Cantor. Makes it off the glass. Cantor's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Right side, Williams to the middle. Here's Zubac on the wing, Morris. Outside, Jackson. To the paint. Here's Zubac. No good. Excellent D from Cantor. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Williams against Lillard. Lillard comes with the double team. Morris dishes to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Morris. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Lillard outside. Releases. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Lillard against Williams. Zubac, the pass to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Simons, the putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Cantor's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Lillard against Williams. Yep, it counts.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And here's Jackson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Washington. Pass to Zubac. Here's Kennard. Zubac in the post. Jacks up a 3. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has... All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 18 points and 3 And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Jones. And it's Trent in at the 2 guard.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Portland leading by 4. Lillard outside. Kanter inside, defended by Beverly. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Covington into the lane. And Kanter throws it down.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
George passes to Batum. And Covington sends it back.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Spacing and ball movement. We hear coaches talk about those two elements all the time.
Here's Trent, defended by George. It's stolen by Ibaka. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Batum's running.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Lillard with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Outside, Covington. Back to Kanter. From inside, bank shot, no good. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A 2-point game. Stolen away, pushing it up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on George.
Clearly a foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
And he makes the first. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And George kicks to Beverly. Covington with the steal. And now here comes Jones leading the break. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Simons, and the rejection by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Here's Simons, defended by Beverly.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It's a tight contest. Those type of plays can fire up your team and swing momentum.
To the right side. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from George. 1:02 left to play here in the third. Simons, the pass to Anthony. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Beverly. Pass to Leonard. And the pass to Beverly. Over in the corner, Batum. Outside, George. 5 on the clock. Poked loose. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Jones. And Jones with the stuff.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Outside, George. Batum against Jones. Ibaka, the pass to Batum. Count the basket. Batum's got 6 in the quarter.
Nice pass. Not really known as a natural facilitator, but Ibaka has the experience at this point to execute these plays.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Trailblazers lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Williams at the 1 spot.
Rodney Hood has good size at 6'8". Really uses his frame well to get his shots off.
Clippers trail by 6. Right side, Williams. Nobody near Leonard. No good on the triple. Trailblazers shooting in offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. The Clippers shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting on all cylinders. That shot, no good. Excellent D from Cancer. Anthony kicks to Lillard. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Zubac.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
Hood dishes to Lillard. From deep. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Williams passes to Leonard, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Lillard against Williams. 2 free throws coming up, and folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it. Kevin?
Williams dishes to George. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Anthony on the wing. And Jones has it in the corner. Three-pointer, Lillard. The putback, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 6 now for Portland.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Williams with the ball. Jones covering. It's good.
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
Portland's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Lillard the pass to Cantor. Lillard scanning the floor. And he makes good on the layup. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Here's Williams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Damian Lillard.
At the line for your Clippers.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 5.
A player like Lou Williams is so valuable. He's an exceptional producer your team can rally around.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Baca comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in for Marcus Morris. Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Leonard the pass to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And that could be a big bucket right there. Ibaka doesn't shy away from taking crucial shots.
Lillard way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 25 points. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. Trailing by 5. Feeds to Batum. Pass to Ibaka. Lays it up and banks it in.
He's been there before, played in big moments of big games. Ibaka coming through in the clutch.
.58 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. And then Lillard slams it in.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in.
Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
George finds Beverly. George looking over the floor. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does Georgia's impact on the game.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And the basket by Lillard.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to George. Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, can't hit that one. So the Trailblazers win it. They seem to... David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony.